Yo team, so the month of March has come and gone. April's here now, so we're gonna talk about what were the best albums last month. But before we do that, just wanna give a quick little tip here. If you didn't see my worst of video yet, I mentioned I also did the same thing for the month of February, but I goofed and combined the two. So if you haven't seen that video, please go check it out. One thing I won't do in this video like I did for the February edition is talk about albums that I enjoyed and would recommend you still listen to even though they weren't necessarily my favorites. For this video, I'm going to stick to what I just thought were the best albums of the month. Anyway, up first we have Harry Styles, Kiss All the Time, Disco Occasionally. I don't give a fuck what anybody tells you. I think way too many people focused on the name. You see the word disco, and I don't know if you motherfuckers were expecting like the Bee Gees and, John Travolta pulling out his fucking bell bottoms and whatever that movie's called. But if you don't focus on the name, which I definitely didn't, this is easily like top 10. It's gonna be top 10 best pop albums of the year. If it isn't, then goddamn, it's a fucking amazing year. But, I never went out of my way to listen to Harry Styles. It's not someone that I checked for, but something I've gotten into the habit of now that I started this channel is listening to music that I normally wouldn't check out. And I was pleasantly surprised by this album. Shit was a vibe. It's dancey. I fuck with it, and you should listen to it too. I thought it was great. Next up, we got Yaritza y su esencia, Metamorfosis. This is obviously in Spanish. I believe this is a band of siblings from Washington State, if I'm not mistaken. They capture a lot of that Michoacan sound, Morelia. But yeah, it's very obviously Mexican music influenced. Things like cumbia, a little bit of corrido, a little bit of, folkloric influence there. They have a song featuring Snow the Product, which I really love. It's a cumbia song. Very simple, doesn't try to reinvent the wheel. Spanish music, if you fuck with Mexican music at all, definitely give it a listen. Next up, but actually before I get to the next one, I don't know if I mentioned this here, but I am making it a point to leave out EPs. We're going strictly albums here. If you didn't see the worst of video also, we're going by my trusty Princess Mononoke journal here, where I listened to a combined 87 projects in the month of March. I say projects because we're including albums and EPs, but for the sake of this video and time, we're leaving out EPs. Anyways, next up we got James Blake, Trying Times. Brother, this man is an elite producer. Holy fuck, I've never heard production this good. I don't know that I've heard James Blake before this, but apparently he's been around a long time, so I might have to do some homework, might have to do some catching up myself, but this album was a pleasant surprise. Something that I found a pleasant surprise because, I have dates saved and I go by the Genius List and Loudwire and a couple channels here and there on YouTube that I use to discover things that are releasing. This isn't something that I was checking for, but just in general in the month of March, I didn't really have anything jotted down to look forward to other than maybe like Lamb of God and a couple other albums. But, the pleasant surprise was there was a lot of bangers in March. Believe it or not, at least in my opinion. I don't know what you guys think, but anyways, James Blake, Trying Times, fire fucking album, great production, unique take on just the pop formula. The features also really good. I can't say enough good things about this. If you haven't checked this out already, please do yourself a favor and check it out, especially that song featuring Dave. I forget the name of it off the top of my head, but I really fucking love that song. Such a great beat, and that UK flow that he has just fits the song really well. But yeah, Trying Times, check it out. Now, when we're speaking of pleasant surprises, this is a unique take on, what the fuck is this? It's like a blend of, hardcore, punk, rock, not really metal, but anyways, I'm talking about The Scratch, Pull Like a Dog. These guys are from Ireland. What a unique fucking album, man. The drums are very thumpy, almost very, very Gaelic, very Celtic influence. There's definitely some folk shit going on there over from Europe. I can't quite put my finger on it, but these guys do rock different, whatever subgenre you want to call this. Just the opening track, what a fucking banger. It's almost like if the Dropkick Murphys, Black Flag, and Motorhead had a baby. I can't really pinpoint what the fuck their influences are, but I'm telling you right now, nobody sounds like them. So if you want something unique, you want something more punky, more fast, definitely leaning in the vicinity of folk every now and then, give them a listen, see what you think. I thought this album was fucking fire. So next up we got Levin Kali, LK99. This shit is funky. This shit is dancey. This shit is a vibe. This almost reminds me of when, and not necessarily because it sounds exactly like it or anything, but the Tekken 3 soundtrack, if any of you are gamers out there, or you're old enough to remember that there is a Tekken 3, because what the fuck are they on now, like 8 or something? There's a flavor, there's a sexiness to this, there's a, I don't know, man, you feel this in your soul. Very soulful, obviously. I've never heard of this artist prior to this album, but I'm obviously very excited to check out anything that I missed out on or anything they put out going forward. Check it out if you like dancey shit, funky shit. Anything that gets you moving and grooving. Now, this is one that a lot of people have on their list. Apparently, according, again, because, fucking metal channels will always do this. They're like, oh, this is overhyped and this, that, shit, and the other. Well, for me, I didn't see anyone talking about this because, well, maybe I do live in my own bubble, but that's, how do you say this? Garea? The album's called The Loss. They're from Portugal from what I hear, and what a fucking unique take, man, on what is this black metal. It's atmospheric, it's very somber, very moody, it's blending other subgenres of metal, like modern metalcore. I know people are gonna fucking hate that, especially if they're fans of like the black metal stuff these guys do. But yeah, you're not gonna hear anything like this, I promise. The lyrics aren't anything to write home about because obviously English isn't their first language, but I highly recommend this album if you like experimental black metal or black metal that experiments with other subgenres. Now, I'm guilty when it comes to the nostalgia stuff. I'm a fucking millennial. We all, for some fucking reason, we insist on consuming nostalgic content. We can't be stopped. It's an addiction. It's a problem. I know it. So when you get a band like Football Head, where they put out, what is this, Weight of the Truth? It's very radio rock from the early 2000s. You get hints of like Hawthorne Heights and Incubus and, Linkin Park, some Stained, it's just, 3 Days Grace. Very alternative metal, early 2000s. I might even have gotten some like Trust Company, if anyone even remembers that band. If you're nostalgic for early 2000s rock, definitely check out, what the fuck is this? I keep forgetting the name. Weight of the Truth by Football Head, which is clearly, I hope I'm correct in this, a Hey Arnold reference. So even more nostalgia there. You're gonna win me over with this shit every single time. Next up, we got Fade, El Green Print La Saga. This is textbook reggaeton, club music to shake ass to. Done correctly, by the way. If you haven't seen my worst of March video, this is how you do reggaeton, not whatever the fuck that other shit was. Not much to say about this album, but very much worthy if you are into the genre of reggaeton. Next up on my list, we have Chamber. This is Goodbye. This shit is chaotic. This shit is unhinged, psychotic, just moshing metal. If you like chaos, if you like hard punching, hardcore influenced metal, this is right up your fucking alley. It's messy, it's unapologetic, very throat punching, this shit is angry as fuck. Not much else to say about this one. This is actually my first time listening to this band as well, which is a reoccurring theme since the beginning of this year. I'm discovering so many new acts, and I'm here for it, man. Chamber, this is Goodbye. Give it a listen. Now, I had heard the name Melanie Martinez before, but I don't know if I had checked out something by them, be it a single or definitely not a CD, but single, a music video, something of theirs I had consumed in the past. I don't remember it, but the album Hades, holy shit, this is amazing. Production is top notch. The themes are actually really cool. A lot of covering of social themes, current events, ideological stances and things of the sort. If you do have your own ideology and you start reading into the lyrics, you might agree or disagree, so just be aware of that. But very artsy, very in tune with creativity. This is a great take on pop. It's pop and then some. I don't know how to explain this, but it has so many influences. I don't know that I've ever listened to a Melanie Martinez project in its entirety, but the name was familiar, and yeah, she just knocked it out of the park. This is an amazing album. I think this is going to be on my albums of the year list. It might be on yours already. If it isn't, please check it out. You'll be doing yourself a favor. Now, considering what I've seen on Twitter, a lot of you will definitely disagree. But you know me, I don't give a fuck. Next on my list is Bully by Kanye West. Listen, I heard a lot of the Kanye that I used to know and love. I heard hints of like College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation, that sort of shit. That's the Kanye I came up with. That's the Kanye I know and love. I heard hints of that in a lot of songs, and I loved it. But from what I see on socials and shit, a lot of people thought this album was boring, and I'm not gonna sit here and say I touched on it in the reaction. Go check it out, by the way, if you haven't already. I reacted to Bully on the channel. I said as much. I'm not gonna pretend to have listened to every Kanye West project, but maybe there are songs after 2010 that I would love, and I just haven't heard them. But maybe that's what everyone else was expecting, and they didn't get that. Me, on the other hand, I got old Kanye sounds. He's rapping again. He has a lot of cool collaborations. Kanye singing in Spanish wasn't on my bingo card. Shout out to Peso Pluma for that one, but I loved it. Give it a listen. It's a very divisive album that came out last month, as of the recording of this video. See what you think, and if you hate Kanye, just don't bother. Next on my list, we have Hell Ripper with Coronac. I don't know how to pronounce that shit. Coronac. But listen, man, it's a one-man project. Obviously, he does the fucking live shows. He has a band and stuff, but the guy never misses. It's very old school metal influenced. It's very fast. The solos fucking rip. If you're a fan of like the early Metallica, early Motorhead, very speed metal, very thrash, very extreme metal, you like your vocals a little more on the banshee sounding side. You definitely love this album. I thought this shit was fire. It fucking rips. Hail to the Hell Ripper. Fuck yeah. Up next we got Cannons, Everything Glows. What a fucking bop, man. I was grooving from start to finish. It's one of those late night drive albums, very 80s, very synth pop influenced. I had never heard of this band before. They're a trio. I forget where the fuck they're from. I think they're from LA. They're Grammy nominated from what I saw, and it's obvious why. I mean, this shit, it was just a vibe. I don't know how to explain this, but yeah, if you are influenced by 80s music or synthwave, synth pop, dreamy, moody vocals, things of that nature, you're gonna love this album. And if you like taking drives out by yourself at night, definitely consider throwing this one on. Anyways, that's gonna do it for this list. At least in my opinion, those were the best albums in the month of March. Let me know if you agree or disagree, or which ones you think I might have missed out on. I'd also greatly appreciate it if you like the video and subscribe to the channel to support your boy. Again, please leave your lists in the comments. I actually like seeing what people think. Maybe you guys put me onto something I haven't heard. But yeah, man, it was a great month for music. I'm hoping April is just as good, if not better, but we'll see. Leave your thoughts down below. And with all that being said, team, I go by Sub-Zero on the internet, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.